Life is a journey, right? There are many steps to take to get to where we want to go. Sometimes we don't know where we're going. There are many layers of understanding, self-discovery, realizations, new realizations. It's a continual process, right? And that's a little bit how NiioDance evolves. NiioDance stands for New, Integrated and Inspired Openings, because in every moment we're coming into something new. Every breath we take is new. Every step we take is new. Every journey is new. Every day is a new day. We become more integrated through moving, through connecting, through reconnecting, through aligning. We feel more integrated and whole. We connect into the wisdom of our hearts so that we can get new inspiration. And from this, coming into our full expression of who we are, new openings can happen in our lives. So I first went travelling on my own when I was 19 to America, and in the States I really experienced the vastness, the freedom, expanse of nature. But then I returned back to the UK and I was working in the media. When I left the film company in 1995 and went to India for the first time, I was really confronted with myself. India is an amazing, colourful, beautiful experience, and I went there originally thinking I wanted to make documentaries, but I got into yoga, I got into meditation, and I also went on a deep dive journey into myself. As the cliche goes, I was trying to find myself without realising it, but totally getting lost on the way. All the old childhood stuff that I hadn't dealt with reared its ugly head. I was confronted with myself, and I realised I hadn't tended my inner garden, but I always returned to the dance, going to parties, dancing on the beach, dancing in valleys, dancing on mountains. That was part of my journey of returning to myself and of discovering myself. Then around the year 2000 in Ibiza, I had such a strong, powerful experience through moving and dance. I was on the north of the island, outdoors. It was fully elemental. The sea was below me, rushing, feeling the air around me, on the rocks, barefoot, the sun beating down. But I had literally like a surge of energy. Now, they say Ibiza is an energetic island, and I really felt that energy that time. But I thought, there's more to this dance than just endorphins. I know there's more. And then a few years later in Japan, I was in a dance movement therapy group as a student, and I experienced authentic movement for the first time. Now, at that point in my life, I had a lot going on, and I really didn't have anyone I could easily talk to about it all. In this authentic movement session, we have to witness and hold space for each other and watch to see what's unfolding from within. The other people in my group were all Japanese. They didn't speak any English. We had to go through a translation through the teacher who was bilingual. In that session, when it was my turn to move and be witnessed, all of my emotional world came out and was laid bare on the table. So much came out in that story, and it stayed with me ever since. So occasionally I give authentic movement sessions, and always something very beautiful, deep and revealing comes out. And at that point, I really understood something deeper about the power of our mind and body connection, and how our body holds and stores all the stories, our feelings, our emotions, our dreams, our fears, our angst. It's all there. And if we don't release it, because sometimes language can't do that for us, sometimes we don't have an outlet, we have within us, in our bodies, through movement and through dance. And yes, I'm enjoying this common with the local cows who are here. In case you're wondering and it's distracting you, I've been really feeling at home, being connected to the land and to the nature and to the animals in this way. And so fast forward, I find myself doing an MA in dance and somatic well-being. Dance movement therapy was too tied to Western psychotherapy for me. And I wasn't entirely sure about somatics, in that, again, it's a Western word. It's coined by Thomas Hanna of Hanna Somatics in the 60s, 70s. It included things like Feldenkrais, Alexander technique. But a lot of the seminal teachers, some of whom I've studied with, have all had influences with the East. and with indigenous cultures, with ancient wisdom, with our ancestral wisdom. And that's what drew me in. And for the final research for my MA, it was on the feeling of being alive. I studied about energetics, the chakra system, I looked at ancient wisdom, neuroscience, I even looked at quantum physics. And it all came back to the wisdom of our hearts. The fire is the sun, our life giver, and it lights up our hearts. The fire in our hearts, which is what inspires us, is also fundamental to Chinese medicine and to the Indian scriptures of the Vedas. And that's really what Niio Dance is all about, to light you up from the inside again, to light up your heart, to inspire you, to give you clarity and the passion so that you can fully show up, not only feel like yourself again, but go one step further so that you can shine. I'll talk more about how this is possible. See you soon.